Now I'll go through connecting a non-rebreathing system to the anesthesia machine, and I'll go through both the Bain circuit and also the safe side type of non-rebreathing system as well. This is a regular Bain circuit as far as the non-rebreathing system is concerned. The non-rebreathing system, the point of the matter, the purpose of it, is to avoid using a lot of the main components of the machine, actually. So the gases actually never go through the inspiratory and expiratory valves. They never go through the CO2 absorbing canister right here. Basically, everything from the vaporizer on up, this entire portion of the machine is not being used with a non-rebreathing system. And that being said, the purpose of it is to allow smaller patients with much smaller lung surface area to be able to function and breathe on their own throughout the anesthesia protocol. By having a smaller patient, by having them have to force the valves open and forcing the gas through the CO2 canister and all that, is harder for a smaller patient to do. So that's kind of the main reason why some clinics do use non-rebreathing types of systems. So that in order to do that, what you have to be able to do is find where the gases leave the vaporizer. This is a fresh gas exit port on the vaporizer right here. So what you need to do is find a connection. There's usually a connection right after this is the port, so we can unscrew that. This is where the system connects to the vaporizer, expiratory side of the gases, fresh gases. Find this little connector right here. You undo this little connector. I can do that. Hold on. Undo this little connector right there, and then you find the connector on your rebreathing line. This clear line right here is for the inhaled gases going to the patient. So you'll see the end of the connector right here. You find that connector that you just removed, find that right there, and connect that right there. So that's our fresh gas hookup to the exhalation side of the vaporizer. Second thing you need to do on a regular Bain circuit type of non-rebreathing system is connect your scavenge. So here's our scavenge line. Here's our active scavenge. If we're using active scavenge in our surgical suite, we connect the active scavenge right here to the active scavenge line like so. Okay. So third step on a regular non-rebreathing system, a Bain circuit, is making sure that the pop-off valve on the system is in the open position. So you may be able to see, you may not be able to see. I'll kind of move a little bit closer. You're able to see that it says open and closed. If I flip it this way, it's now in the closed position. If I flip it that way, it's now in the open position. So you want to make sure that the pop-off valve is in the open position, not in the closed position like this. This would only be closed to ventilate the patient during surgery. So make sure that's open. So 3 steps as far as the Bain circuit connection. Connect the fresh gas line to the exhalation port on the vaporizer. Connect your scavenge system right here. Our active scavenge is connected to the scavenge line right there. And then also make sure that the pop-off valve is in the open position. So that's for a regular Bain circuit. By the way, since I'm going to disconnect this system and show you how to connect a safe side type of non-rebreathing system, I am going to mention at this point that whenever you're done running non-rebreathing system anesthesia, when you disconnect the system, it's very important. So let me disconnect the scavenge line, right? Can I disconnect my active scavenge line? It's very important when you disconnect the fresh gas line from the exhalation port on the vaporizer. When you disconnect that, it's very important to reconnect the connection that you disconnected initially from the machine. So take that connection that I initially disconnected and reconnect that back to the exhalation port on the machine. If you don't do that, then the next person, when they're running a rebreathing system of anesthesia, the next person is probably going to forget to check that, because that's not a typical normal part of connecting a rebreathing system to an anesthesia machine. So it's kind of very important when you're done running a non-rebreathing system of anesthesia to reconnect that port on the anesthesia machine to the exhalation side of the vaporizer. So, using a safe side system. So a safe side non-rebreathing system, the advantage of using a safe side system versus a Bain system and a non-rebreathing system is that the safe side has a button valve. Has a little occlusion valve right here, and that little button valve acts as the pop-off valve, and it always stays open. Unless you physically push the valve in, but you see right here, if I physically push that valve down, it closes the pop-off valve, but once I let go, it opens the pop-off valve right back up. So with the safe side, connecting a safe side system, you don't need to worry about opening the pop-off valve because it is going to be open unless you physically push the button down. So, really only 2 steps. You have to take your fresh gas line, as you did with the Bain circuit. Take your fresh gas line, disconnect your system right here. Your rebreathing connection, disconnect that, connect your fresh gas line to the exhalation side of the vaporizer right here. Okay? And then step 2 would be finding your scavenge line, your active scavenge line right here. Connect that to my active scavenge system right here. So that would go, I don't have the right connection on this one. Let's see if I can make it work. Connect your active scavenge system like that. As far as our safe side non-rebreathing system is concerned. So I've connected my non-rebreathing system. Okay? And again, when you're disconnecting it, undo the scavenge line, undo the safe side, the fresh gas line from the safe side right there, and always reconnect. Always remember to reconnect that from the anesthesia machine back to the exhalation side of the vaporizer to that vaporizer port. Thank you.